Hi everybody, welcome back to Anges Pilates. So I'm so excited to tell you about my new mat range. I've collaborated with a local Melbourneian artist to create beautiful mats, which I hope will inspire your practice. And as we've spent most of this year in lockdown, the aim and creativity behind the mats was to help you with your practice at home. So please click on the link below and you'll be able to find out a little bit more about the mats. I'd also like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as my YouTube community will be the first to know about any new workouts and also any projects that I'll be working on, like the mats. Today's workout, I'm working on the blue mat, which I'm very excited about. I'd also like you to grab some hand weights. If you don't have any hand weights, head to your pantry and grab some bottles of water or cans of food. Let's get started. So let's start off on all fours. We're just going to start off by warming up the body, connecting to the breath. So place your shoulders above your wrists, your knees underneath your hips, and spread your fingertips to give you a good base of support. Let's start off by connecting. So pull your shoulders away from your ears. Think about sliding your shoulder blades down your spine, and think about drawing your navel up and towards your spine, feeling connected to your breath and to your body. So let's take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, I'd like you to tuck your tailbone under. Lift the belly right up to the spine. Push down firmly through the heel of the palms and lift your chest so your spine is rounded. Take an inhale here. Exhale, ripple out, tailbone leads the way. Find that length in the center. Now surge your chest through your arms and lift your eye gaze. Let's go again. Lower back, mid back, and then your upper back. Take an inhale. Exhale, rippling out. Find that length. Surge your chest through and lift your eye gaze. Let's do one more here. Breathing out. Lower back, mid back, and then your upper back. Ripple out. Find that length in the center. Surge your chest through. Pull your shoulders back. And then come back into that long, straight line. Beautiful. Let's take a seat. I'd like you to pick up your hand weights and just pop them either side of your body where you'll be able to find them easily. Pop your feet hip distance apart. And let's just place the arms in front of us. You want your shoulders above your ribs, ribs above your hips. Let's take an inhale. Think about lengthening. Exhale. Tuck your tailbone under, and then let's slowly lower the torso. We're still warming up, so only go as far as you can without lifting your feet. Take a breath in here. Then as you exhale, let's scoop. Rolling over that imaginary barrel and bring your fingertips all the way to the floor and just relax your arms. And then as you rebuild your spine, float your arms up in line with your chest. Let's go again. Pelvic tuck to start. Feel the connection to the abs here. Let's deepen as we lower the torso. Try not to lift your feet, and every time see if you can go a little deeper. Take an inhale here. Exhale, scoop. This is the hard part. Think about rounding, pulling the navel towards the spine, folding your body over something and lower your fingertips to the floor. And then rebuild, floating your arms up in line with your chest. Let's go again. So we tuck and then we roll. Each time deepening, think about what you're doing here. Try not to grip with your quads or your hip flexors, aiming to go a little lower if it's available. Breathe in, and then exhale, we scoop. Nice and slow. Think about the breath, lowering the fingers all the way down to the floor, and then rolling back up. Stacking your shoulders above your ribs, ribs above your hips. Breathing in, pelvic tuck to start. Exhale, and then we lower. Going a little deeper if it's available. Try not to grip with those quads, and then I'd like you to hold it here. Check in. Make sure you're not straight spine. You're rounded, pulling that navel towards your spine, shoulders relax, let go through the quads and breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth for 4. Shoulders relax, soften your jaw. 3. Energy up through the fingertips. 2. And then last one, let's lower slowly, bone by bone. Let's defy gravity here and use abdominal control to lower the torso. Breathing, lower your head, lower your arms. Beautiful. Place your feet now hip distance apart. Make sure you can feel the weights either side of your body. And let's just take a moment to tune into our posture here. So you want your pelvis to be neutral, pubic bone, hip bones on the same level. You want a little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. And let's think about softening and closing the rib cage. Sliding your lower ribs down to meet your hip bones as you draw your navel down and towards your spine. Let's lift the shoulders right up to the ears. Now walk your fingertips towards your heels and flatten your scapula, your shoulder blades on the mat. Nod your chin a little so your neck is long and your chest is open. Starting now to connect to the upper abdominals, let's take an inhale as we just nod the chin. I'd like you to look at your thighs, and on the exhale, deepen this movement by peeling your shoulder blades off and reaching your fingertips towards your heels. Take an inhale and then exhale, slowly lower back down. As you release your head on the mat, relax your shoulders, but keep those abdominals engaged. And again, let's keep it one breath, exhaling and we peeling up. Check in here, don't allow your belly button to pop. And then replace as you inhale. And again, exhaling, lengthen that neck. Continue with the out breath as we peel up a little higher. Ribs to hips, navel to spine, and then slowly lower back down. You've got 2 more here. Breathing out, nodding that chin. Exhaling. Try and get to the tips of the shoulder blades without popping your navel, and then lower back down slowly. Last one. Breathing out, find that length, and then exhale, peel the shoulder blades off and lift a little higher. Hold, and then slowly lower all the way back down. This time I'd like you to reach for your weights or whatever you're using. Turn your palms so they face the ceiling and hover your arms off the mat. Breathing out, you're going to look at your thighs. Continue with the out breath and pull the shoulders away from the ears as you reach, scooping, navel to spine. Let that weight resistance help you. And then inhale, we lower back down. And again, 3 more. Exhaling. We peel up a little higher, ribs to hips, navel to spine, looking at your thighs, and then lower all the way down. And again, breathing out. And we scoop, reaching to the tips of the shoulder blades. Arms are hovering, and then lower back down. Remember, if this doesn't feel good for your shoulders, drop the weights. 1 more, and we hold it here. Try and keep that chest lifted, and we're going to do bicep curls. Let's go. In and out. Keeping the upper arms still, keeping the chest lift. Look at your thighs. Feel the bicep working. Shoulders away from your ears. Palms face up. You have 5 more. If it's too much for your neck, land your head. Exhale. 2 more. Squeezing at the top. Last one. Hold it here. Now place your hands onto your shoulders and then replace your head and neck. Now we're going to keep the weights on the shoulders. This is going to add a little bit more resistance to the upper body. Nod the chin. Exhale and we curl up. Keeping the weights on the shoulders, and then we lower back down. And notice how much heavier your upper body feels. Breathing out with those weights. And exhale, we lift up. And we lower down. So those abdominals have to work a little harder. Lengthen that neck. Exhale and we curl up. Pushing the breath out, and we lower down. 1 more. Nodding the chin, make sure you're not using that neck. And exhale, we curl up. And we lower back down. Beautiful. Then just place the weights down. You're going to now turn your palms down, and you're going to take your arms out to the side. Floating the arms off. Low V. Exhale, curl up, and we're going to reach the hands to the hips. And then we're going to lower back down, taking the arms out to the side. And again, breathing out and curl, 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 curl. Push the breath out. And then we lower back down. 2 more here. Palms face down, breathing out. Slide your ribs to your hips, navel to spine. And then we lower back down. 1 more here. Breathing out. And we pause and hold for 4, for 3. Can you reach a little longer? Can you lift a little higher? And then as you lower down, just replace the weights beside you. Beautiful. I'd like you to stay here. Float one leg knee above your hip, and then the other one. So here I'd like you to place your knees together, shin bones parallel to the floor, and feel that lower back on the mat. So I'd like you to pick up your weights, turn your palms up, and take your arms out to a low V. You can stay here, arms on the floor. If it's available and your shoulders feel okay, I'd like you to float your arms just off the mat. Nod your chin. So we're going to add a little bit of rotation now. I'd like you to lower your legs towards me, but notice you can't go very far because your arms are hovering. Then exhale, push your knees together and come back to the center. And then let's go to the other side. Can you check in that your opposite shoulder blade isn't leaving the mat? And then exhale, use your abs to pull in. And again, breathing in. Stack those knees, stack your feet. And then exhale, pulling in. And you're trying to go as far as you can without letting that opposite shoulder blade leave the mat. And your arms are hovering. 2 more. Breathing in. Shoulder blades stay on. There should be no back strain here. Exhale and back to the center. 1 more. Inhale. Keep those arms hovering. And then exhale back to the center. And then just lower your weights beside you. I'd like you to tuck your thighs into your chest, nod your chin. You're looking at your thighs, relax your shoulders. 1 rock. 2nd rock. And I'd like you to come all the way up. So just place your weights beside you and you're going to come onto all fours. Spread those fingertips. Shoulders above your wrists, knees underneath your hips, and you're going to take one leg back heading into a plank, and then the other leg. So check in here, make sure you're not dropping your hips, make sure you're not lifting them too high. You want to aim for an arrow line from your crown to your tailbone. Now I'd like you to ripple, think of a wave here, pushing through the heel of the palms as you lift your chest first, then you bring in the mid back, then you lift your hips, and you make your way into a down dog. So here you're aiming to get your heels towards the mat and just let your head hang, pushing down firmly through the heel of the palms. Then I'd like you to lift your heels. You're going to ripple out now like a wave and come back into your plank. Shoulders away from your ears. Draw your navel up and in. Let's go again. So we start by pushing through the heel of the palms, lifting the chest, then the mid back. And then lift the hips and make your way into that down dog. And as you exhale, lower your heels towards the mat, push down firmly through the heel of the palms. And we breathe in, lift the heels. Exhale, we ripple like a wave into your plank. And we pause here. Shoulders away from your ears, navel up and in. Then we push down through the heel of the palms, lifting the chest. Then the mid back. We ripple, lifting the hips, and come into your down dog. Driving your heels towards the mat, allow your head to hang. This is your last one. We lift the heels, breathe. We ripple, come into your plank, pause here. Now I'd like you to drop your hips, surge your chest through your arms and come into a little bit of spinal extension. How good does this feel? Lift your eye gaze and breathe. 4, 3, navel to spine. Now lift your hips, come back into your plank. Pause, land your knees wide, and let's press back into child's pose. Well done, guys. So allow your elbows to rest on the mat. Sit bones to your heels and allow your chest to fall through your arms. Let's breathe. As you breathe, just be aware of how your body feels. If you notice any tight spots, just breathe into those tight spots and try and relax. Tuck your tailbone under and let's roll back up. Beautiful. Take a seat on your mat. Make sure your weights are accessible, that you can reach them easily. Place your arms in front of you. We're rolling all the way down. So we tuck the tailbone under and we lower, bone by bone, breathing out. Now we're going into Pilates 100 here, but with the weights. So before we start, because I find it quite challenging to cue and do the 100 at the same time, let's just set it up so you know what you're doing. So let's place the knees above the hips in our tabletop position. Here you should feel your lower back on the mat. Make sure it doesn't leave the mat. And we're using the weights. And again, if it's too much for your shoulders, drop the weights. If it's too much for your neck, land your head. We're going to curl up, floating the arms off, nodding your chin, and then we're going to see if we can go a little higher. So we're breathing in and out. 5 palms down, 5 palms up. Look at your thighs, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Let's go. In, 2, 3, 4, 5 palms up. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5 palms up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Eye gaze to your thighs and palms up. 2, 3, 4, 5. See if you can lift a little higher. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms up. Keep your body still. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5. And up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. You've got this. 20 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. Lift a little higher. Push the breath out. Woo, and release all the way down. And let your heels hang. Good job. Release your head. Rolling your head from side to side. Releasing your neck. Keep the weights down on the floor. And let's lower the feet. So weights just to the side. We won't need them for the next one. Extend your legs long. And I'd like you to pull up your toes. Check in. Little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. Float your arms above your chest. Now take your arms above your body. Check in. Make sure you haven't done this. You want to close your ribs, navel to spine. Breathing out. Let's curl up. Now use the breath and we scoop and we pull back into the sit bones as we reach for the toes and breathe out. Then we rebuild. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and here you want to find length. We tuck, exhale, and we roll bone by bone. So this is just to release your spine. Squeeze your buttocks, engage your inner thigh, and as you take your arms above your body, make sure you're not releasing those abs. Nodding the chin, exhale, and we scoop, and over, scooping. Breathe. Now rebuild. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, open your chest. Exhale, tuck first. Now think about squeezing your buttocks, engaging your inner thigh. They all act as an anchor for your upper body. As you land your head, take your arms above your body. We have 2 more rounds. Breathing out. Now if you're struggling to get up, guys, this is the option. Use your hands. Reach for your toes and breathe out. And then rebuild. Shoulders away from your ears. We tuck. And we roll. So this is all about control and precision. Laying down the body, bone by bone. Breathing out. Take your arms above you. Don't flare your ribs here. This is your last one. Exhaling. And we scoop. Reach for your toes. And I'd like you just to hold here. You might not reach your toes. You might be reaching for your shin bones. But wherever you are, your spine is rounded. Soften your jaw, relax your shoulders, and breathe. And every time you exhale, let go. Don't hold on to any grip or tension. And then slowly rebuild, bone by bone, and relax those shoulders. Beautiful. Let's come onto all fours. So I would like you to place your weights on the inside of your hands. Place your shoulders above your wrists, your knees are underneath your hips, and check in with your spine here. Needs to be long, an arrow line from your crown to your tailbone. Make sure you're not collapsing like this. Pull your navel up, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Now you want to keep your torso as still as you can. Let's start off with the left hand. You're just going to lift it up to a T and lower back down. And again, breathing out and breathing in. Make sure you can see your fingers and your peripheral vision. And your body's got to work really, your abs have to work really hard to stabilize your torso. 4 more. Navel up and in. 3. Just shoulder height. You should be feeling your waistline muscles here, particularly the one on the right side. Last one, I'd like you to keep going and pick up your weight. We go again, shoulder height and lower down. Breathing out and in. And I'm looking at the mat, my beautiful blue mat. 4 more, let's go. Breathing out, 4 and lower down. And that little bit of weight, can feel those obliques a little bit more. 2 more. Think about straightening your standing arm, but keep the elbow joints soft. Now, we're going to destabilize the body a little bit more by extending the right leg. You're going to pick up your left arm and lift your right leg at the same time, and then tap it down. Beautiful. And notice how much harder your abs have to work to stabilize your body. Feels good, right? Exhale and lower down. 4 more. Can you see your weight in your peripheral vision? Don't lift your legs so high that you're opening your hip, and it's a long leg. Try not to bend your knee. Last one. Hold it up. Hold and breathe. 4, 3, breathe. Last one, and lower down. Replace the weight. Place your hand down, bring your knee back into the start position, and we're going to repeat that whole series on the other side. So it's your right arm. We lift it up and we lower down. And again, breathing out and down. So I'm aiming for shoulder height. I'm straightening my standing arm. I'm not locking out that elbow. 4 more, draw your navel up and in. 3, I'm going for length. 2 more and lower down. Last one. Now I want you to pick up the weight and we lift shoulder height. And notice you should now be feeling a little bit more through your left side of your body. That left oblique muscle is working really hard to stabilize you. 4 more. Out and in. Last 2. Last 1. Now we're going to add the legs. So extend your left leg, feel the weight shift, come into the center. Pick up the left leg as we lift the right arm. Navel up and in. Middle deltoids working hard here. Think about balancing a cup of coffee on your back. Make sure that weight's not going behind your shoulder. You should be able to see it in your peripheral vision. Let's do 4 more. Exhale and lower, navel up and in. 3. 2 more here. Last one. Relax your neck. Hips are square to the mat. Shoulders are square. Breathe in and out for 4. Lengthen your back leg. 2. Last one. Lower the leg. Lower the weight. Take your knees wide. And let's come into child's pose. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Well done. Soften your jaw. Tuck your tailbone under and slowly roll back up. We're coming to a little bit of leg work now. So I'd like you to come on to, keep your weights, let's put them on either side of the mat. You'll need them, but they need to be out of the way. Shoulders above your wrists, knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes, lift your hips high, and you're going to make your way into a down dog. Bring your chest towards your thighs. And just breathe here for a moment. Soften your knees, relax your jaw. I'd like you to take your right foot into the middle of the mat and pick up your left leg. So if you do yoga, it's like a 3-legged dog. You're going to open your hip, but you're going to keep your shoulders square. Pick up your right heel. Bring your knee towards your chest into a plank and a hover here. Shoulders back and down. Place your foot in between your hands. Now you're going to reach for your weights on either side of your mat, and you're going to just lift your chest up a little bit. I'm on the tiptoes of my back foot and I'm leaning forward, and I'm going to take my arms so my elbows are tucked in, triceps. Navel up and in. A lot of work to that left quad and that left glute. Let's extend the arm. 7, breathe. 6, 5. Look just beyond. 3 more. Last 2, last 1. Beautiful. Take the weight and both weights into one hand, opposite to the front legs, should be your right hand. Place your left hand on your hip. We're going to row. Pull. Come right onto the tiptoes of your back foot. Woo, and that left quad is on fire. Pull the elbow to the ceiling. Navel to spine. 5 more. 5, 4, 3. Lift that back thigh bone. 2. Last 1. Lower the weights down to either side of the mat. Place your hands down into your lunge. Come back to your plank. Shoulders back and down. Push through the heel of the palm. We did this earlier. Lift your chest, mid-back, ripple, lift your hips, and come into a down dog. Beautiful. Relax here. Take your left foot into the middle. Pick up your right leg. I'm going to open my right hip, but my shoulders stay square. Lift your left heel. Tuck. Hover. Land the foot. If you can't, use your arm to help you. Pick up the weights on either side. Lift your chest. Pull your shoulders back, bring your elbows in, and come onto the toes of the back foot. Makes it just a little bit more challenging. Triceps, let's go. 10, 9, navel up and in. 8, beautiful. Breathe. 5 more. 5. Extend those arms. Keep your upper arm still. 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Take the weights in one hand. Ooh, nearly fell over. Place your right hand on your hip. Come onto those back toes and we row. Beautiful. Navel up and in. Think about your back muscles here. And I'm feeling that work through that front quad, front glute. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower the weights. Come into your plank. Spread your fingertips. Push into the heel of the palm, lift your chest. Mid-back, lift your hips. Come into your down dog. Whew. Take a moment here. Try and get your heels towards the mat. Lift your hips a little higher. Take your right hand to your left leg. And let's rotate. Beautiful. Breathe. Lower your hand. Take your left hand. Reach for your right leg. Turn your chest, turn your shoulders, but keep your hips facing the mat. Breathe. Lower your hands. Come into your plank. I have to adjust my hands. Shoulders above your wrists. Let's knee tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Set your knees wide. Press back, child's pose. Beautiful. Elbows on the mat. Relax your chest. Relax your forehead on the mat. And let's breathe. Nice, deep, easy, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. Tuck your tailbone under and let's roll up. Bone by bone. Whew, beautiful. Let's finish off with a stretch. You'll need one weight. I'd like you to place your legs in front of you. If you're struggling here, just fold the mat or maybe grab your cushion and elevate yourself. Pick up the weight in your right hand. Lift up. Bring your bicep close to you. Lift up out of your waist. Lean to the side and just slide your fingertips on the mat. Make sure your opposite butt cheek doesn't leave the mat. Pull that shoulder back. Breathe. Then use your abdominals, use your breath. Come back to the center. Lift that free arm to change the weight into that side and lower your right arm. Lift up. Exhale and let's lean. Breathe. Make sure you're not here. Anchor that opposite butt cheek. Pull that shoulder back a little. Feel that stretch those obliques. They've worked really hard. And then up you come. Lower the weight down with control. And let's sit in a comfortable position. It might be this for you. I like crossing my legs. Just make sure your spine is long. And I like to just finish off with a little bit of breath. So breathing in. Lift up out of your waist. Relax your shoulders. Look at your fingertips. As you breathe out, open your chest. Think about flattening your scapula and feel how tall your spine is. One more. This time as you breathe in, feel the in-breath come into the sides of the body and into the back. Lengthen that out breath. Feel a little taller, a little longer, and hopefully much leaner. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that. And as always, I'd love to hear your feedback. See you on the mat next time. Keep safe, everyone. Bye for now. Well,